Hello Aries, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe, especially if this reading resonates with you. And also go check out the other videos that may pertain to you for your sun, moon, or rising signs. I think that'll give you a much more dynamic picture of what's going on this week. So take a look at those for sure, and let's just see what it is that you need to know, what the message is for Aries for this coming week. All right, let's get into it. And the first card today is a Six of Cups. So let's lay out the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread. And as you know, that is going to include this mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're just going to leave that right over here. We're not going to look at that until the very end. And we're going to see how that might tie the reading together or give us that confirmation that we're looking for, okay? So again, the first card that we got today is this Six of Cups. I think the situation this week is one where you are really working toward your kind of emotional stability, your emotional fulfillment and satisfaction. The satisfaction of desires, the fulfillment of your, just kind of your emotional life, right? I think it's really a week that is involving, let's say, comfort and good emotions and a lot of satisfaction, a lot of desires that you have that really are being met this week, right? I think some of the energy that you're bringing into this week from the previous week or the previous month is this Ace of Wands energy. And I feel like this might be like a new idea or kind of a renewed passion or enthusiasm in your life. I don't know if in the more distant past you were maybe in a bit of a slump, a bit of a depression, or you had some sort of an illness. But I think this week and the previous week, I think you saw a return of your vitality, kind of a restoration of your strength and that ambition and your sense of personal power. So I see that you're bringing that into this week, and it really is a week where you've got that ambition to just satisfy these needs that you have, these desires that you have for not only emotional success and fulfillment and pleasure and all of that stuff, but really just a satisfaction of all of your drives and desires in life. And that could be, it could be closely related to finances and career as well as, a romantic situation. And I say that primarily because we see this Knight of Discs down here in the position of kind of your headspace right now, like where your mind is at. And this is a card that is really all about that physical, tangible, earthly realm of success and ambition and really achieving your goals on the physical plane. So this could be, again, related to like the finances or the career. It could be really just, taking care of your body and your home in such a way that it's going to really just radiate this like pleasurable, this good feeling out into the rest of your life. Okay, so with this Six of Cups, the primary thing here is that it's a satisfaction of your desires. It is a real practical way, like really a really tangible way for you to satisfy your needs and your desires and really have that satisfaction and that fulfillment of these things that you want in life, right? And again, I think it's because you have this renewed energy, this renewed enthusiasm, maybe a restoration of health, or you've gotten out of this kind of slump that you were in, because this is a lot of that fiery energy that is just, it's strong, it's energized, it's ready to go. And I think you're really putting it into a lot of these areas of life that you've always wanted to like achieve your goals. You always wanted to pursue certain things or just dive into certain areas of life, right? And I see that you're doing it with this devil energy. I think that you have become very self-possessed. I think right now is the week where it's all about you. It's all about getting your needs met and taking care of your desires and whatever it is that's kind of been lacking in life, or maybe whatever you've been missing out on when you were in this kind of low period that I see is being corrected by this Ace of Wands here. Whatever it was that you were missing out on, I feel like now is the week for you to really, really get out there and focus on yourself, focus on your own happiness, your own your own pleasure and fulfillment and satisfaction. I know I keep repeating those words, but that really is what it's about. And it's about making sure that you are receiving that satisfaction and that pleasure, right? I think it's been a long time since you really focused your energy on yourself. And I see that for a couple of reasons. A couple of things are indicating that to me. First is this justice or adjustment card that I see down here at the bottom of the spread. And this is leading me to believe that you have a very kind of professional or responsible relationship with people that in your life. I don't know if you're a caretaker or if this is if you're just like a manager or a business owner or a supervisor, or you're in some sort of a role in life in general where you have a responsibility for other people. And so I think it sort of places your needs on the back burner a little bit, and it kind of deprioritizes your own happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction, those key words again. Because you have this very professional relationship with people. And I think maybe you have like something in your life that you've really committed to doing, like taking care of others or managing others, something along those lines that I see now is kind of just who you are. And then we also have this Knight of Discs that I mentioned earlier, which is really about the practical goals, the tangible accomplishments, the more business-oriented stuff. So with both of these things going on in your life right now and being kind of just beneath the surface or kind of the driving force in your life right now, I see that it's very it's very goal-oriented, very practical, very, very physical and tangible. So I'm thinking finances, or maybe it's, you're running a home, you're running a business, something along those lines where your personal needs, your personal fulfillment and pleasure and satisfaction has taken a back seat. Now, I still think that there was something going on in the more distant past that was affecting your vitality, your energy level, your enthusiasm, your just kind of your good feelings and your good attitude. And I think you've been in this mode for some time, and maybe that's kind of what's been draining your vitality or draining your energy or contributed to this illness or whatever this kind of slump was. But I see that is now kind of correcting itself, and you're getting a restoration of that vitality and that energy. And that, again, is leading to this week, really this feeling like you need to focus on yourself. You need to put yourself first this week and really get your needs met and find out what it is that you need to make yourself happy and to feel as good as you can feel. And I really think it's going to take some of that, that just self-possession and really kind of self-centeredness and just being self-possessed, being just really focused on you right now, okay? And I think anybody that doesn't like that can just take a hike. I think you've put yourself last, or at least in second place, second priority for long enough, and now it's time for you to really put yourself first. And I think a dominating force in this situation is also this Queen of Swords, which I think is probably representative of a lot of people who are kind of vying for your attention. I think these are the people maybe that are related to these two cards that we mentioned. These are those folks that really need a lot from you, that are always asking you for things, or always kind of, always asking to be prioritized in your life, okay? And we see some other swords here in the path of the serpent that we're going to get to in just a moment that also lead me to believe that this is just a lot of you kind of taking care of other people or giving everybody else your attention. And so there's been this lack of attention on yourself. But that's changing this week from what I can feel, what I can see here. I think a lot of it is going to have to do with you just literally deciding to put yourself first, right? And just making that conscious decision and that conscious effort, and maybe just speaking those words out loud. I will put myself first this week, right? And it's all about your desires, your needs, your interests, whatever is going to bring you pleasure and satisfaction and fulfillment and like that. Just relaxation, that self-care, all of that kind of stuff. You have to consciously choose to do that this week, okay? Because there are a lot of other minds, personalities, people that are trying to get your attention, that want to kind of, that need something from you, right? That want you to put them first. And I think it's a conscious decision on your part that has to happen in order for you to at least take this week for yourself, okay? Now, we're going to move over here to the Path of the Serpent, which is a couple more air cards, a couple more swords that we need to talk about. The first one is this Five of Swords, and this is in the relationships that you have with other people in your environment. It could be close family, close friends. This is another indication to me that you really deprioritize yourself, that you're putting other people ahead of you. You're putting their needs first. And this is kind of you taking the lesser role, taking the second place position, putting yourself kind of towards the end of the line rather than the front of the line. Okay, now Aries, I really think that, this is the week for you to invoke this fiery element, because after all, Aries is a fire sign, right? This is the only fire card that we have in the entire reading today. So I think this is vitally important. I think that this, in order for you to really, truly take advantage of this restoration of health or vitality that we talked about, I think you have to make the conscious choice to really invoke that fire and use it, focus it on yourself for the time being, all right? Because again, here with this Five of Swords, there are a lot of people that are vying for your attention, and I think that you, because it's your nature, you tend to put other people first, and you've deprioritized yourself. Now, the next sword, the Four of Swords, this is in the position of your concerns, kind of your worry about this whole situation. When all of this really starts happening, I think you're really going to want to keep the peace. You're not going to want to upset anyone. You're not going to want to maybe disappoint these people that are relying on you and that need your attention, that need something from you. I think you want everybody to be okay. You want everybody to feel like they are number one, like they are top priority. And that, I think, is going to be relatively impossible to do. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I don't think everyone in your life can be top priority, let alone can you make yourself top priority while everyone else is also top priority. I don't think there's enough room at the top of that list, right? So I think trying to maintain the peace and prevent anyone from being disappointed is a lofty and kind of noble thing to do. It's respectable, but I don't think it's practical. I think that, your fear of having there be some sort of conflict or letdown or some sort of just upset energy somewhere it's a valid fear. I think it's going to happen. I think there are going to be people who don't want to see you take time for yourself and don't want to see you prioritize yourself, not because they don't think you deserve it, but because maybe they feel like their issues are more urgent, like maybe they need your attention right now more than anyone else does. And so I think people are going to be disappointed. And that's, it's kind of a tough shit situation, excuse my language. But I think that, especially with this Ace of Cups coming next, I think it really is the week for you to have some of that self-love, prioritize yourself, and make sure that you are kind of the top dog this week, right? I mean, you have to give yourself the attention and the love that you deserve. Now, we started the reading with these 6 cups showing the beauty and harmony of that love energy, that self-love energy, and I think it really is going to renew your sense of just joy and satisfaction and love and this intensity for the work that you do, for the other people in your life, right? Because I think that, again, I think your work day to day is in some way taking care of other people's needs in some way, right? But having this time for yourself, having this self-love, at least having like this day or maybe the whole week, for this self-love and self-care, I think is really going to renew your sense of love and passion, your sense of appreciation for yourself and for others. And I really think that it's going to take advantage of this renewed energy and vitality, this fire element that has it's starting to reignite in you, right? I think that, again, there was some sort of a lull or a slump in the recent past that is now starting to kind of come back up, and you're starting to feel this fire again. Now, with that fire, you have to direct it toward yourself a little bit, okay? I'm going to just keep emphasizing that. It's a week for self-love and self-care, okay? And I think that is vitally important for you this week. All right, Aries, we're going to take a look at this confirmation card and see what it may reveal to us. More cups. Okay, this is wonderful because we went from the Six of Cups to the Ace of Cups. Now we have this Three of Cups. This is really a celebration of you. And this card is the confirmation that we need here to say, look, this week it really is about celebrating you. It's about self-love, self-care, accomplishing your goals and desires, focusing on what feels good to you and what you need physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and really looking for that satisfaction. And it is falling in love with yourself. It is self-love, self-care. It's almost an obsessive kind of focus on yourself, but that's what you need right now. It is a celebration of you. And I think that really is all that needs to be said. But we are going to take a look at that a little bit deeper in the extended. You can become a member of this channel by looking in the description box. There's a link, I think, or there's a button on the front page of our channel here. So Aries, thank you so much for letting me read for you today. This was your weekly tarot forecast on Dove and Serpent Tarot.